Hello guys, welcome to the live. Let's see who gets on. I'm gonna pull a message real quick for whoever just clicked on this video and needs to know something about their life. And we have a card that fell on the floor, which I want to take. General message for those who just clicked on this live and you're like, I want to watch Cody's live real quick and see what's up. And you weren't in the video and you didn't get your question answered. Two of Cups indicates your partner is going to have a good financial success coming up soon. They're going to be feeling independent in their wealth and money. This can be good and bad. First, it just means that your partner might individuate from your finances a little bit. Not the worst thing, especially when they're making a lot more. They're trying to be more independent and less reliant on you, which I think is something you guys wanted. There's another feeling here with the Three of Cups that your friends are going to be a big, solid support system at this time in the upcoming month. So this is kind of timeless for that message. So whatever that means to you guys watching this. But yeah. This is like very, I don't have, there we go. That's better lighting probably for me. I don't know. I can't tell what's good lighting anymore. You know, got everything else going on. Okay, let's see. Probably chill on a little bit more and see if anyone hops on. If no one hops on, then I'll probably just hop off and come back on in an hour or so. But let's see here. I can like lay down actually. Lay down over here. Let's see. Cassandra says, hi, Cody. See, right when I lay down, that's when people show up. They're like, yeah, Cody's getting comfy. Okay, so let's see. So this like this. Okay. Oh, man. Hi, Cassandra. Sorry, I'm adjusting things right now. Okay, so Cassandra, do you have a question? I think you're the only one on right now, actually. Which, yeah, let's see. So Liz says, hi, Cody. Happy holidays. Fabrina says, hi, Cody. Cassandra says, how does TY currently feel about me? Okay, Cassandra wants to know, how does TY currently feel about her? There is a feeling that he feels like maybe you're a little lonely or you're a little out of touch, but not necessarily in a bad way where he's like, thinks you're weird or anything like that. He just feels like you could reach out for help more, something like that. And he feels there's a feeling of that you maybe you need to like gain more experience, especially worldly experience, like traveling, stuff like that. That's something that's coming through for him. Let's see. My 2026 highlights love and career. Ooh. This is a good time to promote my new reading. I have a New Year, New Me reading, which covers love and career, general themes throughout the year, and also goes month by month into a yearly kind of like spread for your whole year. And it covers a general month by month basics. Link is in below in the description box. Okay, let's see. So Soul is love highlights and career highlights. Soul is, it's interesting. I feel like you're attracting a wealthy partner, but like your own personal career might not be as ecstatic as you expect it to be. But there could be energies of attracting some kind of wealthy partner, someone who is very well read, someone who is knowledgeable. Yeah, King of Pentacles is just screaming like, I know what I'm doing as far as finances go, and this would be like your partner. They might be helping you through a tough time financially. The Wolf makes me feel like they're also very independent as well. So don't expect a lot of like total complete attention from this person, but they will be giving you a lot of attention and they will be helping you out financially is what it feels like for the next year, basically. A lot of finances, but it's like love with finances. Casey868 says, hello, is my coworker Jordan H physically attracted to me? Let's see. Okay, for Casey, is Jordan H physically attracted to Casey? I do think he is, but he's like fighting it is kind of the vibe, because it's we got the Four of Cups reverse, which indicates like wishing you were bored by someone, but like not being bored by them. So it might be something where he is, but he's very much like trying to fight it. Like consciously, I don't think he wants to be. And in a way, that's what's more important here. Because I think he's trying to make a conscious choice not to be, but I think it's hard for him to deny your physical beauty. With the Sun card in reverse here, this is causing him a little bit of an upset, but the Sun also indicates like an incoming epiphany as well. And I do think that maybe success is more on his mind at this time than a relationship. And so that's why he's trying to fight these kind of feelings of being attracted in a physical way. Let's see. Let's see. Cassandra says, does TY see me more as a friend than a dating option? Does TY see Cassandra more as a friend? Oh. King of Cups. Judgment and Three of Pentacles. Does TY see me more as a friend than a dating option? There's a feeling of more solid friendship because we got some Pentacle card energy here. I feel like he is represented by this Cup energy, this King of Cups energy, which to me, Casey says, thank you. Casey, you are welcome. King of Cups energy, to me, seems like he's kind of more of a romantic type, but he is looking at you more as like a friend than a dating option because King of Cups is how he's like presenting himself or like how people see him is that maybe he's more romantic is the vibe that I'm getting. And even in like a fatherly way, like, oh, I have a lot of partners or I'm like attracted to people, but I take care of them in a very nurturing way. And that's like how the romance comes across. For you, it feels like there's this feeling of like, oh, I finally found someone I can like connect with on a friendship level. It does indicate, I have the Three of Pentacles, which can indicate like teamwork as well. Like there might be more coworker vibes than friendship vibes is kind of what I'm seeing. But Judgment card indicates that this person feels like you've awakened them in some way, shape, or form, or you're helping them come into a new sense of reality at this time. Let's see. PPJJ says hi. Hello. Let's see here. Fabrina says, I am working as a salesperson. Should I move to another branch? Thank you. Should Fabrina, working as a salesperson, move to another branch? Oh, I knew that. Okay. Let's see here. I think if you move to another branch, there'd be unexpected ways of spending your money. This also indicates that there could be some thing that you're expecting, some unexpected offer that you're expecting right now, which may or may not manifest that would help you save money in the long run. So let's get more information for Fabrina. We have vertical ascension and we have the Two of Swords. I feel like a decision is going to be made for you pretty soon, Fabrina. It does feel like something within your current position, there's going to be something that's going to happen that's just like, oh, there's some inevitable decision where I'm going to just take this path because there's only one way, or the way is very clear. It's very like, this is the best option. That's how I'm going to take it. The Hierophant also talks about bliss and ecstasy, this particular Hierophant. And with the staircase, it indicates upward movement. So in a career reading, that's like climbing the ladder vertically rather than like horizontally or something like that. So if the branch that you are transferring to is like a step up and it's a like an elevated position, that's probably something that might be made for you. You might be mentioned or something. It feels more like an inevitable decision. It's either going to be from your own vision of like inevitability, like you're like, okay, this is so good, I have to take it. There's no downsides. That's the vibe. It's like all or nothing. It's like literally like if you take the position, you'll have everything. If you don't, you'll have nothing. It'll be very clear what to do in this situation because we have the Two of Swords reversed. That indicates like missing the decision-making process. It's like, well, no, I wanted a little bit of a decision. I don't want to just like choose, but it's like very obvious what's going to be the thing. Cassandra says, thank you. PBJ says, Prab, do you see things getting better between me and Mark? Okay, I'm assuming your name is Prab. So let's see. For Prab, do things get better between Prab and Mark? Are things going to get better between Prab and Mark? How will things go between them? Let's see. I'll pull 3 cards for you, actually. Sometimes if I see things that I haven't seen before, for those of you who are new on the live, I take a second to analyze if I'm just seeing patterns I've never encountered before. So let's see. Okay, Prab. Prab, first of all, you have the Ace of Cups, so things are definitely going to get better. I don't want to like. Sorry, I've like kept that suspense going. Things are definitely going to get better. There is a feeling of like immature energy or like conflictual energy, like energy where people are kind of like, how do I put this? Like there could be competition involved in this particular period of time. Like there's a third party, something like that. But it could also be just a sense of immaturity in handling emotions is kind of what I'm seeing. Someone's like not mature enough to handle things, but there's a feeling that this is going to change. Someone's going to go through a transformation that makes them more mature in handling a specific situation or through a third party situation. Maybe someone that you're actually really jealous of or something. They get wise advice about your connection. They come back to the connection wiser, something like that. There is a sense of competition. And there is also a sense of becoming more mature. There's a block in those areas, like someone being like maybe petty with their jealousy, or maybe like too young when it comes to their jealousy and dealing with that, whether on your end or their end. But that's going to get worked through, especially the Ace of Cups here. It's basically saying the seed of love is strong between both of you. So yeah. Yeah, the seed of love feels very strong, and this is just an obstacle kind of overcome. And also with the reverse cards here, it might even be more mental on your end than it is an actual issue. Like it might be some kind of mental block you have to work through, or that your partner has to work through, rather than you guys working on it together. I mean, he is older than me. Yeah, so the immaturity might be something on your end. Like maybe he's sensing something in you that's maybe immature in that regard. And then it's like something you have to work through to be like, okay, how am I going to handle this? And how am I going to grow from this experience? Something along those lines. Rach says, hello, new subscriber here. Welcome. ISG. Let's see. So Soul Liz, does Islam have a crush on me? Okay, let's see that. For Soul Liz, does Islam have a crush on Soul Liz? Islam have a crush on Soul Liz? It's not sudden, and I don't think he's recognizing you at this time in that way. It feels like with the Seven of Pentacles, like there could be a feeling where he feels like maybe this person's going to grow on me over time. But this Islam person feels very slow and steady. Feels very much like time will tell. Not, I'm getting cold, like there's romantic types, right? And there's like hot blooded and cold blooded types. And cold blooded kind of like they're not like naturally lovers. They have to be like warmed up, you know. And so I do think this person's kind of like that. Like it's something they would warm up over time, slow to thaw, kind of like that. You can think of this person as kind of like an ice cube or like a glacier, and you're like a match, right? It's like, how are you going to melt a glacier with a match? Well, if you keep the match lit, you can do it over time, but it's just an over time kind of thing that they would get attracted, but it's not an immediate thing. It doesn't feel like. Let's see. Arcana says, it's been a while since I saw you. Yeah. I've just been like out. I've just been down and out as far as getting some stuff settled in my personal life and coming back on here. And I really need to get back into making content again. I miss making pick a cards. I want to make more pick a cards. Chandra's saying Merry Christmas to all. Solis says he can be hot and cold sometimes. Yeah, it feels like that's probably a defense mechanism for an internal sense of coldness, if that's going to be anything. You know, that's kind of what I would see is kind of like, yeah. Because it is about longevity, it's about the long term for him. So let's see. Apologies, guys, if I'm a little rusty. I did, was struggling to keep up with the personal readings recently too, and so I'm just kind of like taking it as it goes, you know. Latoya Davis says, "Can I have a few minutes for a reading, sir, please?" Yeah, basically, you just have to ask a question, Latoya, and if I see it, I will get to it. So you just post your question, and super chats get priority. So if you do post a super chat or you something like that, and you put your question in the super chat, which you need to do as well, I will get to that as well. I know Arcana's like, can't wait to see a new picker card. I would love to make more picker cards. I miss them. Get Yarn says, what is coming for me? So Get Yarn wants to know what is coming for Get Yarn. So let's see. What's coming for Get Yarn? These ones, I want to take these two. It's just like just these two. Oh, Get Yarn. There might be a decision you need to make in the future that you're thinking about. And someone's sense of ethics will be revealed, and it'll help you make your decision. This could be in career or love. It depends on what is currently going on in your life. But this is kind of the energy of like trying to solve this problem and it getting solved. But it's like trying to make a decision and thinking like, I'm going to have to make a decision, but then someone's ethics is going to be revealed, and it's going to trigger an emotional state in you being like, this is not right, or this is right. And I want to go with this option because I feel that. So that's something that's coming through in the future. So if you are having a difficulty making a decision between two things, whether it's career, relationships, this could really be anything that the decision needs to be made in. I'm seeing that like your sense of right and wrong as it gets relayed to you through these experiences will provide the correct answer in the direction you need to go in. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Lauren wants to know if she will find love in 2026. Will Lauren find love in 2026? This card stuck out. Let's see what this says. Okay. Will Lauren find love in 2026? Let's see here. It's a very strong possibility, Lauren. You'll find love in 2026. I'm seeing you have a previous partner who's represented as the Knight of Swords reversed, that you're just like, there's an attachment to someone who is very contradictory, is the vibe that I'm getting. And I feel like this person, how do I describe this? I feel like this person was in a way like a runner, like they wouldn't show up when it was needed to show up, like they avoided solving problems, and at the same time they were like a walking contradiction in their personality. This person, the cards are saying you're not going to run into this type of person in 2026. I do see a relationship coming in 2026 with the Two of Cups. I also see with the Devil reversed here, there's a feeling of a lot of freedom in this connection. No one's going to be manipulating anyone else. There's a lot of freedom. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of like, how do I put it? Like the strings will be cut, like the puppet strings will be cut. This is not someone who's going to manipulate you. I don't see you manipulating them. There's a lot of freedom. There's a lot of synergy. I'm looking at the chakra colors and pouring into these paint containers. And it does feel like your guys' energy in and of itself fuels each of your cups. So I feel like you guys feel fulfilled around each other, like full and complete people. This feels really good for a start off, a good connection to start off. Yeah, it seems good. Yeah. Let's see. Alexis Rocha says, I want to know if my ex-boyfriend Florian will return to my life and contact me again. So Alexis wants to know if Florian will return to her life and contact her again. Let's see here. There's a feeling of this person coming in suddenly, but then leaving just as quickly and leaving this sense of emptiness behind is kind of what I'm feeling. Like if this person comes in, it's a very quick energy. It's like they come in real quickly. They might have intentions or motivation to have like a one night stand or something like that, or hook up or something like that. But then it's like they come in, they like make their offer. It's up to you to decide what you want to do, but they're going to bounce like quick after that. And it's like there's this feeling of being left with like, whoa, well, what's the vast empty space that they left when they just kind of barged in and then left? You know, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Let's see what else I see. This might clear up though some things. If this does happen to you, it might clear up some things about who they are, their intentions, where they're going, where you're going. It does feel very sudden with the Eight of Wands here. It's like a sudden, quick thing that they do come in. It's very quick, and it's up to you to decide if you want to like entertain this or not. Either way, the quickness of which they come in and the quickness at which they leave leaves you feeling like spacey. It almost seems like, but at the same time with some peterings in of clarity, because we look at her looking at this open space and these seagulls, what the heck, crows. These crows kind of like representing these new thoughts coming in as you like understand the situation. So let's see here. Okay, so Arcana wants to know what does the person I like think of them? What does the person Arcana likes thinks of them? One more. What is this? There could be something about travel here, like, but overall the main energy I'm getting Empress reversed and the Two of Wands reversed, which is like their perceptions of like what they want, and Five of Swords is like their perceptions of you. I think that in essence you give them like a little bit of like a headache, like they're like, okay, well, maybe she could be this way or that way. I don't really like this person's energy too much. Like they feel projectory, like they're projecting what they desire onto you, or that if you need, the thing I'm guiding is like, they feel like if you could do the work that they could be in a relationship with you. But ultimately, I don't necessarily see that as like a good thing, because they're asking you to do work in areas that are super superficial and like not really truly important in a relationship. Like I don't like, this person feels more like what's it called? Like I don't want to say this in a way that's extreme because it's not that extreme, but it's like the extreme version of this would be like body shaming. Like this person doesn't like certain features about you and they're like, "Oh, if she changed this." It's like a very simple way would be like, "Oh, well, she should dress different. If she dresses different, then or if they dress different, then I could be with them." Or if they very this is a very kind of superficial kind of energy. Um yeah, their own thoughts are getting in the way of this connection. Their own thoughts, their own preconceptions about what they want in love, and it just feels very like you're not meeting these certain standards, and that's what's bothering them about the connection, or that like yeah, that's what I got. I'm not going to go into any more detail with that, but that's what I see. So, Latoya Davis, I don't know if I read you already. I may have. You can always watch the replay. Arcana says he is avoidant. Pink Vision, will I get an inheritance soon? That's a good question. Okay, let's see. Will Pink Vision get an inheritance soon? Okay. Pink Vision wants to know if she or he will get an inheritance soon. Akana says, thank you, you're welcome. Okay. Inheritance soon. Just put one more card. It doesn't seem like it's soon. Is there competition for this inheritance, or do you perceive there's competition for this inheritance? Something like that. Maybe there's a fear that like there's other people getting involved or something along those lines, or some kind of thing with this inheritance is going to be. I would just be careful of that going forward. I do think with the 10 of Cups here, it feels like there will be an inheritance eventually, but this is a cup card. It just talks about there's a loving family behind this whole thing, and that you do have family members who love you. It does feel fair, but we did get the Tower reverse, which means you could have thoughts with the Five of Wands and the Tower, which are indicating like maybe there's competition. Maybe I'll get this taken out from under me, something like that. With the Tower card, it could be that the whole thing just comes crumbling down. Because those are reversed, it usually means thoughts. It doesn't mean the reality of the situation. With Five of Pentacles, this just is coming through that like soon you might not get it. So just to take care of those issues ahead of time, because it might not be in the immediate future that you get it. Overall, we pulled the 10 of Cups. Your family loves you. They're going to take care of you. It just is not the 10 of Pentacles card, which is like one step further into that realm of inheritance. It's the 10 of Cups, which means that you are loved, you are supported, you are cared for, you do have security, especially emotional security. And you're not going to have that competition among family members. It feels like everyone's kind of fair, loving, that kind of thing is what it seems like. But it doesn't seem soon. So if you're nervous about it being soon, it's not going to be soon. Arcana says he's annoying sometimes because he doesn't know WTF he wants. Yeah. To me, it feels like he has an idea of what he wants. And if sometimes people aren't living up to that, then he's kind of giving them that hot and cold treatment, right? That's what I remember from what we were just read for yours. So let's see. Will Tamim contact me back or reunion? No contact blocked. Okay, will Tamim contact me back? Rach wants to know, will Tamim contact me back? I'm getting like a dizzy sensation. I don't know what that represents, but if that means something to you, will Tamim contact me back? It feels like a strong no, Rach. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, it feels like a strong no. I wouldn't be surprised if this person's in therapy right now, or they're thinking about seeking a therapist. They're feeling like they need guidance, something like that. Something about their identity has been shaken and they don't know who they are right now. And if they, how do I put this? They're off balance. That's the best way I can put it. They're off balance. They're not balanced enough to even deal with this kind of connection. I think that might be one of the reasons why they're like blocked, why there's a blocking, or they're not talking to you, because they're so out of balance. Like they need to work on themselves strongly. Six of Swords talks about seeking counseling or wanting to seek counseling on their end. And so they definitely need to really get in touch with who they are before they can be in a relationship. But yeah, Ace of Cups reverse is just like a no. Let's see. Rach said, okay. Let's see. Ooh, Fallen Soap says, I'm going to make a YouTube channel next year. How will it go? Fallen Soap wants to make a YouTube channel next year. How will it go? What is that? I want to pull one more card. Oh, interesting. Okay, so overall, there's a feeling of expectations of the channel doing like really well or really taking off. Thank you for the super chat, Pink Vision. I'll get to your question in 1 second. Let me answer this one. There's a feeling of the YouTube channel really taking off or something like that. With the Hangman here, there's also this thing of like, I really hope to enlighten people through my channel, like help them see different perspectives, something along those lines. There's a feeling of a secret language or a secret code that you would be sharing through this channel. So I don't know if that's like, I don't know what that would be, but you're sharing secrets of some kind with people that they need to know. That's the plan anyway. The Emperor talks about like solid success. It does talk about getting organized. And so that means like getting like a solid upload schedule, right? Like making sure you upload every Thursday or something like that, or make sure you upload every certain, that's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. As far as like your personal channel. And we also have the world here too, which means like it's in reverse, which means like there's a feeling of wanting to reach broader global energies. But the thing that I'm seeing with the world reverse is like, it might be more local communities that you interact with this YouTube channel is what I'm seeing. So it might even be like you start with local communities or like people online. I would say maybe working with people that are like in your neighborhood or something like that and getting them to subscribe. Sorry, it's getting really dark in here, isn't it? Like I just realized it's getting really dark. I'm going to answer the super chat question, but that's what I have for you. Yeah, I'm going to answer the super chat question in a second, but I got to find a way to get light in here or something. So let's see. You guys can, there's like my black light room and stuff. Okay, let's see if we can pull lights. Okay, hold on. You guys get to see this like messy room. This is so not like what's it called? Curated, like social media influenced curated backgrounds and stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's put this right here. Actually, let's put this right here. Cool. Okay. So we have a little bit of light here. And let me move some of this stuff over so I can get like a table of some kind. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go back to that super chat. Okay. Oh, that was a thanks. So Pink Vision had a thank you for the answer. It wasn't an actual question. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, let's scroll down. Arcana says, nice house. Yeah, there's like, I have like, this is my childhood bedroom. My dad painted those leaves. He's such a nice guy. Okay, let's see. Cassandra says, how does Jensen feel about me? Okay, so how does Jensen feel about Cassandra? How does Jensen feel about Cassandra? This is a message coming through. I'm just going to say what I'm feeling. It's like coming in as a song, but it's like, you're cooler than you think you are. You're stronger than you think you are. You thought you're this and thought you're that, but you're truly a blessing in my eyes. There's this feeling of like, this person is like, I know you think you're weird. I know you think you're different. I know you think you're weak, but you're not in my eyes. You're strong. You're cool. You are more like other people than you realize. And, also, I've got my eye on you, that kind of thing. This person sees you as having like a higher perspective, and they definitely see you as someone who has a lot of potential to be strong. There's a feeling that they see you as someone who has an insecurity about being weak or feeling like you're weaker than other people. And with Seven of Wands here, there's a feeling of they feel like you think that you're like more like, what's it called? Like a weirdo or something like that. But they're like, no, you integrate super well. Like you are very social. You have a high perspective on life. Like this person sees you as very intelligent as well. Okay. And I didn't get romance. I don't know if you were alluding to romance. I didn't get romance, but the sun just came out. So that could be something that is a good sign for romance, honestly, with the sun here. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. Let's see who's Arcana says, what prevents me from winning something I want? Oh, what's preventing Arcana from winning something they want? The feeling is you think about love too much. It's like thinking about like the perfect partner, or thinking about the perfect relationship, or idealizing it to the point where it doesn't manifest in your reality. And there's a feeling of needing to get into motion, Arcana. Like, get yourself moving, get into motion, set some goals, do something that you love. The Chariot talks about your physical vitality as well. So getting into motion. And that can just mean like walking, like going on a walk every day and starting small and just starting with little pieces of getting into motion. And as you get into more motion, life kind of comes to you, or you go towards life. Usually the Chariot's like you're going towards what you want. Okay, let's see. Cassandra says, what's my next romantic interest going to be like? Okay, let's see here. What is Cassandra's next romantic interest going to be like? They're not looking for love. Your romantic interest will not be looking for love when you meet them, but they are an angel. They're definitely like an angel. Like, this person has the ethics of Jesus. Like, this person's just very sweet, very kind. They know how to manage both light and dark emotions. They, however, need someone to balance them out. The King of Cups talks about someone who wants to be the person who is stable, balanced, like how do I put it, centered in emergencies. They want to be this person, but they feel like they need someone to help balance them out in order for them to be this way. There's a lack of fulfillment in their identity when you meet this person. With Ace of Cups reversed, though, it's interesting. I don't think the beginning of this relationship starts off super smoothly. It almost might have like a small rough patch. Not really, like, I don't want to say rough patch. It's like there's just like a lacking of love there in the beginning, but then it grows over time. Yeah. It's interesting. You say romantic interest, which is interesting because I don't think you're going to be interested in this person until you after you already know them for a little bit. So this could even be someone that you currently know that you're not that attracted to, but then all of a sudden one day you're like, whoa, they did this and that was hot, and they did this and oh wow, that's nice, and all this stuff, and then it's like that becomes the interest, the romantic interest. But it might be that it takes a while to build into that energy. Yeah. But this person's an angel. They're a sweetheart. Let's see. Dania says, how can I recognize my future spouse? Okay, let's see. Arcana says, thank you, Cody, keeping notes. Yeah. Let's see. Dania says, how can I recognize my future spouse? One more shuffle. Cassandra says, okay, nice. Thank you. I have one more question. Yeah, ask it. If the chat's not scrolling up fast enough, then I will be able to get it. So I'm going to answer Dania's, though, which is, how can I recognize my future spouse? Let's see. Okay, one more card. Perfect. Okay. So first of all, Dania, it's not about your future spouse that you'll be recognizing. It's your state of mind you will be recognizing first and foremost before the future spouse comes in the picture. Nine of Pentacles talks about you feeling financially independent and really feeling secure in yourself in that department. The Star card indicates you have very strong hopes for the future. You have a clear path ahead of you. So this is someone who has a vision of their life going forward, and is talking really about like really not knowing the next step, but like having a vision of what it's like the long-term vision, essentially. 10 of Wands is interesting because I really do feel like this person, you're like ready for the work. Like, you're ready to do the work in love. There's a feeling of being ready to do the work. It could also mean that you're very busy at the time this person comes into your life, but I think more so it's like the willingness to put in the effort is kind of what I'm seeing. And with the Queen of Wands, it's really interesting because I do think this person is, when they come in, they're very popular. They know how to balance their alone time and their social time. They do it with ease. It's in alignment with what you do. So it's in alignment with how you are social and at ease as well. I think this person has a lot of inspiration they draw upon from within themselves. So this person is someone who can sit alone for periods of time and gain a lot of insight and inspiration. This is someone who, if you have a marital problem, they're going to solve their problems by sitting by themselves and like thinking things through, and then they'll come back to you with an answer, and the answer is like brilliant. It's like, how'd you figure that out? But yeah, that's who this person is. But the way you're going to recognize them is not necessarily by who they are. It's like your state of mind that you'll be in when this person shows up. It's like you have all these components with like how you're thinking about life and how you're feeling about yourself. Then the person shows up. Let's see. Cassandra says, what am I doing that makes Jensen feel this way? I'm trying to see, my readings go in one ear, out the other, so I apologize. I'm trying to remember your last reading. Cassandra says, because I love myself. Let me see. What am I doing that makes Jensen feel this way? I even forgot who Jensen is already. That's because I have a goldfish brain when it comes to tarot, remembering tarot readings. It's good for my clients because I never repeat a client's reading to anyone else. Mainly for confidentiality. I would never do that anyway, but I literally forget them. It's, let's see. What am I doing that makes Jensen feel this way? There's a vibe with Jensen. I can't remember the reading, so I'm just going to read what I see, okay, Cassandra? But there's a vibe with the Four of Wands and Ace of Pentacles here that there's something about really wanting to be like fun and friendly, or something about being super friendly, or like coming up and being very friendly, something like that. And then with Queen of Cups here, it feels like a hands-off approach. Like there's a feeling of like, I don't know, maybe you are taking too much of a hands-off approach, or maybe there needs to be more of a hands-off approach. But there is a feeling of, with Four of Wands, like lots of fun, Ace of Pentacles. It feels really good for a friendship, honestly. So I don't know if you and Jensen possibly could be really good friends. What is this Four of Wands? It feels good. This reading feels really good. I wouldn't change too much of what you're doing, or it just feels like there's some person's very happy with what you're doing. I feel bad. I wonder if your reading, Cassandra, was like, I don't remember if your person, I read for two people today, and one person really liked the other person. The other person was having difficulties with that. But let's see, Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You have to let me know how that sounds, Cassandra. But it feels like you're being really fun. You're being super friendly. You're coming at it with a friend's first approach. But Queen of Cups talks about maybe having too much of a hands-off approach, or the reason why they feel this way is because you have a hands-off approach. So the reasons why they feel this way: fun, happiness, celebration, friendship first, and a hands-off approach. That's kind of what I'm seeing for that. Okay. Cassandra says, he said I shouldn't feel weird because I'm great. Yeah, I feel like that sums up how he feels. I mean, that it seemed like all positive things you're doing. I mean, who doesn't love someone who's like fun, like a friend, and takes kind of like gives you space, So Lauren wants to know, what will her next relationship be like? What will Lauren's next relationship be like? What will Lauren's next relationship be like? Lauren, it's possible you might, I know this is like really random, but you might date a younger person who is an athlete, or does some kind of athletic endeavor in some way, shape, or form. This person, the next person that your relationship, it's going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be a lot of growth and building together. This person is more immature when you start dating them, but I think after the connection, or like through the relationship, they gain more maturity. I also think this person is like, how do I put it? There is a level of being like on a peer level with this person, even though they're younger. There's a duality here. It's like, yeah, they might be younger in some way, shape, or form, but on another level, you guys are equals. Like you are total equals. And in the area that you're equals, I'm seeing competitiveness. So it's almost like you're equals on the particular area, and you guys are like pushing each other to achieve more. And then the other areas that get worked on, the areas of like weakness, or the areas where they're like maybe younger than you in certain areas, or less experienced, I see those areas being the more areas with the love being shed on those areas, right? So it's kind of a very caring, caregiving kind of competitive yet caregiving kind of relationship is what I'm seeing. The next one, it does feel justice reverse. Like it's going to come after a time of darkness that's turning immediately into a period of light. So you might be going through a very shadowy kind of period, or going through some kind of hardship. And then all of a sudden, immediately right after that hardship, like an epiphany, you have an epiphany, and then there's awakening of your soul, and then this person comes into your life. Lauren says, will I love them more, or will they love me more? I don't know. Let's see. Let me pull one card for this. Let's see. I think that you will love them more, if anything. But I also pulled the Five of Cups. It means like this is a question you shouldn't be worrying about. Like you should be throwing this question away. Like you should be dumping it down the drain. Like this is not a mindset. The question doesn't come from a mindset that's healthy. It comes from like this needs to be dropped. Like this emotion that comes with this mindset needs to be drained, needs to be dropped. And I think it will be. That might come with the purging, with the justice and the judgment, that there's a transformation that needs to come in with that. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Sorry guys, I skipped like Christmas breakfast. We celebrate Christmas, and I skipped like the breakfast, and I ate like a snack just a minute ago, so it's like my body's just like getting destroyed. Lauren says, thanks, Cody. You're welcome. Let's see. Nandina says, hey, how will I meet my future spouse? Arcana says, I had a strange experience when I felt emotions. Okay, so Cassandra, I'll get cheers in 1 second. Let me get Nandina. Hey, how will I meet my future spouse? Nandina. How will Nandina meet her future spouse? Oh, wow. Okay. Nandina, there's this feeling that it's more about the emotions involved and what's going to happen, but the vibe that I'm getting is like you going through a period of an awakening, first and foremost, but your spouse, that's the thing. They come in hot. They're like chariot card reverse, where they're like motivated to achieve you. They might not say it on the inside or the outside, but on the inside, they are gun-ho. They're like determined. They might be patient on the outside, but they're determined. I do see with the Lovers card, one way you'll know you'll meet them is through a pure, honest conversation. I think you'll both be very honest, upfront, emotionally close with each other, and very connected right away. Values are going to line up. Everything's going to kind of line up. And the way you guys communicate, there's going to be no judgments. Could lead to a one night stand or a passionate, intimate encounter. But it's like interesting because it keeps the flame keeps going because of this feeling of being on the same page, on the same level, and clicking in that regard. Yeah, I think this person's internal motivation to be with you does something to your spirit. It makes you fly. It makes you feel like empowered is kind of what I'm seeing. And they might not say it in the very beginning, which is funny because they say a lot. You guys have a lot in common, a lot of values, a lot of stuff like that. But it feels like that's going to come out later. Like, yeah, I was motivated to get to know you. Like I needed to, like, I was taking my time, but like internally it was like, I only want this is kind of the vibe that I get from this person. This person is determined when they meet you. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ethereal wants general guidance. Ethereal's my moderator, so everyone say hi to her. And I'm going to give her some general guidance right now. So what general guidance can Ethereal get right now? Pull one more card. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a color issue. Okay, so Ethereal. The color pink is coming through really strongly. Pinks and reds and stuff like that is specifically a color energy reading that I'm doing here for you. Sometimes this comes out for me and sometimes usually it doesn't, but I'm seeing that internally your inner world is like a separate color than your outer world is the best way to put it. Like you're surrounding yourself with this specific color and you're almost being asked to like align, first of all, how you dress with this specific color that you're resonating with. I'm also seeing here like, what is this? Symbol. Like internally your world's a certain way, but the color on the outside is kind of like the opposite is the vibe that I'm getting here. It's almost like the world around you is this different shade of a color than you are. And I'm getting lots of pink. So if pink resonates with you, really explore the color pink, reds, oranges. Mainly pink is what I'm seeing, but reds and oranges as well. Surrounding yourself in red, dressing yourself in red is something that's really encouraged here, or whatever color you resonate with at the time. I'm seeing your internal world might be opposite of whatever color you're choosing, but if you choose a color that's opposite of how you feel internally, that's going to be really beneficial for you, like magically, organically, socially, whatever realm you're trying to work with. So for example, maybe internally you have a very like sunshiny disposition, right? So maybe internally you're feeling like bright yellow sunshine. That would just be saying like wear blue on the outside, like wear something that's like, or if you feel very happy and excited and like positive about yourself, wear something dark, drab, and depressing. And it's actually going to work wonders for you as far as like how you're going to integrate yourself with the rest of the world and society at large. But I'm mainly seeing wearing lots of pinks and reds are going to be beneficial at this time. Like those are colors that could be like really working for you at this time. It's so funny. I just recently was studying. I wonder if we're on the same page, Ethereal, because I'm recently studying colors and how they correspond to planets and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah. So Ethereal says, yes, I'm wearing red today. Oh, how cool. Theory says, thank you, I will. Yeah, red sounds like red's a power color, even pinks and stuff, or what's it called? Rich pinks is what I was noticing. Rich pinks. Let's see. Love of Gold says, can you tell me how my birthday is going to be like? Okay, Love of Gold wants to know how their birthday is going to be. Let's see, Love of Gold's birthday is going to be. Ooh. There's a feeling you might take a spontaneous trip or like travel to a different location. The world talks about other locations, other localities, and Eight of Wands talks about suddenness. So it might be that like on your birthday, one of your friends takes you on a surprising trip. Like, I don't know if your friends like to do surprise parties or anything, but it feels like some kind of surprising trip, something like that. The Emperor reverse is talking about like, don't make too many plans, like let it be spontaneous. Especially in reverse, it might feel the indication of like wanting to make plans or something like that, and then the plans just like falling through, you're doing something different. Especially with Eight of Wands paired with the Emperor and the World in the middle, it might be that you're like planning to go one place and then like later you're like, oh, we're gonna switch up, we're gonna change our mind and go to this place, something like that. I want to see what is going on here. Yeah, we have the King of Wands in reverse, which is like also saying like, don't be like impulsively ready for this situation either. It's about like, yeah, don't plan too much. Don't be ready for something. It's going to be very go with the flow that whole period of time around your birthday. It feels very much like go with the flow. Something sudden's going to come in, like someone's going to offer to take you on a trip is what it feels like. So yeah, that's what I got. Love of Gold says, I was planning to throw a party. Okay, so as far as planning to throw a party, what is this? I think you'll have the resources to throw the party. That's something coming through with the Nine of Pentacles. But with the Knight of Swords in reverse, I think that just means don't go too against the flow. You know, like if the universe is pushing you in one direction for your birthday, I would stick with that. I would not go too far in the flow of like an opposite direction, if that makes sense. Let's see. Love of Gold says, sounds great. Yeah, I was worried about that too. Oh my God, Cody, thank you. You're welcome. Elizabeth says, will I be able to quit my job by the end of 2026? Let's see. Will Elizabeth be able to quit her job by the end of 2026? Why do I want to set it right here? There's this area of my desk where it's like there's like a special spot and it's like perfect for one card. And I was like, okay, this card, and it's just like, but yeah, so this is just a yes, Elizabeth. So a yes with the added fact of you'll be passionate about it, you'll be motivated and ready to do it. And it feels just like a yes. I don't feel like I need to pull anything more. It feels like a yes. So remember, you guys, take what resonates, but I am just being honest with what I'm seeing. So let's see. Priscilla says, love, please, Scorpio. Okay, Priscilla, I'm going to say Priscilla wants to know. Priscilla wants a love reading. Priscilla wants a love reading. What's coming up in love for Priscilla? You're ending a big chapter, Priscilla. It feels like a chapter where you are ending the chapter without love. That doesn't mean your next chapter won't have love. It just means that this chapter is ending without love in it, is what it feels like. The Star card talks about charting your course for the next period of your life. Yeah, I think there's this feeling of leaving behind, like, it almost feels like waiting, like leaving behind waiting, engaging more. I also see there's a feeling of moving from a state of nothingness to a state of activity or responsibility or taking on more responsibilities, but I'm not seeing too much as far as love goes. If there is something loving coming in with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, it's going to be something pretty passionate. If there is something, but this is like evolved passion. So it's not just like freely whimsical, like first kiss vibes. It's very much like, what do I want when it comes to sex? What do I want when it comes to my passions? And how am I going to get that? It's very strong, like experience levels with that kind of thing. Like I know what I'm looking for. And the Star card indicates like seeking it or like knowing the next step to get it. So it does feel like you're ending a chapter of a period where there was a stasis. You've thought about a lot. You've been in your head a lot, it feels like. But with the star card here, it's like entering into a chapter where there's a strong energy of having a battle plan, right? And the focus is on your passions. The focus is on physicality, uh, passion, action, and sensuality. Let's see here. Cassandra says, "Hi, love. Can you do my super?" Am I passing the super chats? I think I did yours, Cassandra. Let me scroll all the way back up. I think that was. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't. Wow, I missed it. Okay, cool. We're on it. How does Izzy feel about me? How did that go past so fast? What the heck? They used to stick on the screen. Let me know, everyone, if you missed a super chat. Thanks, Cassandra, for letting me know about that. I do apologize about missing that one. How does Izzy feel about me? Let's see. How does Izzy feel about Cassandra? Glad I did this one. So whole deck. These two cards are like the only like love cards in the whole deck. We got the Lovers and the Two of Cups. And we also have the Judgment card. So if this, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Izzy's like someone you don't want to have a crush on you. But Izzy feels strongly towards you. Like there's a Judgment energy here where it's like an awakening of like, wow, this person woke me up. I know what I want in a partner now that I'm awake, I'm awoken, you know, that kind of energy. Physical touch is coming through strongly, that there's either a huge craving for it or there's a huge appreciation for physical touch. I don't know if you have touched this person, but it fires them up. Yeah, there's a feeling of like connecting on multiple levels and having a multi-dimensional relationship. I think this person feels like you're everything all in one, like, you know, friendship, love interest, partner, coworker, whatever the case may be. They really like you in all sorts of realms. This person just likes you a lot. Wow, I'm glad I did that super chat. Thanks for reminding me, Cassandra. Cassandra says he's an ex. He's a good smash. Wow. Yeah, that's how he feels about you. So he feels like you're a, I mean, that's some dedication right there, what I just saw. So let's see. Chandra, if I didn't see your question, you just have to repeat it because I'd like scroll. There's like so much that's scrolling by. Let's see. Let's see. Arcana says, "Oh, yes or no, Q. Should I go for it tomorrow?" Or yes or no question. Should I go for it tomorrow? Okay. Arcana wants to know, should she go for it tomorrow? Or should they go for it tomorrow? I don't know, Arcana, what your gender is. So should Arcana go for it tomorrow? Let's see here. Ooh. Get one more. I know this is a yes and no Arcana, but there's a feeling of needing to go. If you're going to go for it, go with coworkers. If you're not going to go for it, don't go with family, or maybe your family's against this decision or something like that because we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Maybe you're doing this decision thinking of a family, but Three of Pentacles talks about it most likely affecting your work situation, something like that. As far as like an initial, should you go for it or not? The first answer is a no due to family reasons. It's like, don't do it because of family reasons. The second response I got was yes, do it because for coworker reasons, for the people you work with. But the primary answer was a no with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So Cassandra, I'm going to save this live. Merry Christmas. We love you on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I know. Yesterday was crazy. Christmas Eve was like the storm of destruction. Like my mom dropped a glass dish and it shattered and went into all the food. It was so wild. It was like so wild. And then like finally like it just turned around all of a sudden and there was like all these blessings. It was like the wildest thing. It was a very flip-floppy kind of day. Like, you know, let's see. Chandra wants to say, what surprises hold for me in 2026? Okay, Chandra wants to know what surprises hold for her in 2026. Check out my Etsy. I do have 2026 year ahead readings where we cover the whole year. Okay, Chandra wants to know 2026 surprises. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. So Chandra, I feel like you're gonna meet a whole bunch of friends or new people in 2026. It feels like a social year, a year of community, specifically people that are friends, not necessarily coworkers, people you're emotionally connected to. I see you getting stronger or having strong friendships, which also reflects back on your health and your physical vitality and the effects of your body. It's like your body feels stronger, your body feels healthier, that kind of thing. The sun does talk about a slight melancholia that I think is coming from a friend. It feels like there's a few friends that you have that are like down on their luck. They're feeling more introverted, they're feeling more lonely. And it's up to you to bring them out into the light, is what I'm seeing. And you're gonna feel extra social in this period of time, Chandra. So it's important to follow those instincts of like initiating contacts. I do think that some of these friends, like as the year progresses, start to feel lonelier and lonelier. But because you're there, you're providing a certain friendship for them that is like very how do I put this? What's the word I'm looking for? Um, Important for their health and for their life in general. I think you are the sunshine in these people's lives. So it feels really like a good year. You're going to build a lot of good karma this year, and it's going to feel really easy to do so. Is what I'm seeing. So yeah, feels good. I'm trying. There's something else here. Hold on, let me look at this. There's something else here. I think you're the center of attention in love, and I do feel it's like the love I think is called philia love, where it's like love of friends or friendship love. It's a certain type of love where it's just between friendships. Um, but yeah, the big surprise is you're expanding your social circle. The big surprise is your health is going to improve. The big surprise is that you are the savior for other people, and you're actually making a difference doing that instead of just like wasting your efforts with someone trying to save them and they're not, they're nothing's coming from it. So a lot of positive surprises, I think. Chandra says thank you. Chandra wants to know, is my ex returning? Love of Gold wants to know, Cody, what state in the US do you live? I live in Cali. I live in California, Southern California. Um, okay, so let's see. Chandra, I want to follow this up and see if her ex is returning. Okay, let's see. Chandra, is her ex returning? I don't think so. I think they're tied up right now, and I think it's going to take them a while to get back to you on something. If your ex is going to return, it's like they have to go on their own journey. Eight of Pentacles is a card about long-term things and taking a long period of time, where Eight of Wands is more like, it's quick, it's happening soon. Eight of Pentacles is like, expect to wait, Eight of Swords talks about them being like tied up. It might be like you're thinking of them and you want them to like respond, but they're like tied up with their own problems, their own issues. So it doesn't feel like they're going to be that prevalent in the next year. So I don't do medical, Maurice. So, okay, let's see. So funny, Mercer, all cap letters for your things. Marissa says, I'm wondering how many kids you see me having in life. I'm 33 years old, one abortion in 2020. Okay, let's look at Marissa's kids. I'm going to pull cards to see how many kids possibly Marissa has. I will do future children stuff. I don't consider that medical. But yeah, let's see. Marissa wants to know future kids. Sorry, you guys. If it takes me a while, or Maria, it's not Marissa. Okay, I'm Maria. Okay, Maria. Got you. Okay. Let's see. So let's see here. Maria, I do think you will have kids in the future, but there's a lot of grief over need to have it again. Wanted to have kids, and then all of a sudden it was like I really like I had one, and then it was like an abortion, and it's like, okay, wow. So I need to get on it. I need to speed up. These are like the mindsets I'm seeing. But with Temperance card here, I feel like it's in reverse, right? I feel like your angels are communicating with you in your head internally through thoughts and stuff like that. And Ace of Cups talks about it happening. We do have a yes, but it's like there's a lot. I had to pull a lot of cards to get to the yes answer. It was like there's a lot of things you have to go through to get to the yes. reminding me of like, I know I don't do medical, but there's, what is that called? I do know about this, so I can talk about it a little bit. They swap. I don't know. See, this is why I don't do medical reasons. I just don't know medical things. But like it's reminding me of like a swap, like a swap one thing to the next or something like that. And thinking about that a lot. Like, what is that called? Man, I wish I could do medical. I don't know the terms and stuff. It's like where you swap a um let's see. Yeah, so I think, yeah, thank you, Ethereal. If you're, I know like if you guys are spamming your messages or whatever, that's, it's good to get everyone kind of the chance to post a message. Let's see. Yes, very true. I'm thinking a lot about my ex. Is his name? I lost you. Please do not spam. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of think that, what is that? What is that thing where it's like I can't think of the technical term for the medical thing procedure. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, Cody. We open gifts now. Oh, no worries. Oh, you guys do it in the evening. That's cool. We always do it in the morning. I think I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna ask her Shanti's. Maria says, I didn't get all what you said. Yeah, you know what? If you watch the live back, it'll be on there. So you can watch the live back and scroll to the end. I'm about to cut the video off a little right now. But Shanti, I can see you on the screen. It's just that because you posted so much, my moderator was removing some of the questions and stuff. Because there was a lot of spamming. Yeah, yeah. Oh, live got a bit paused. Oh no, I didn't even realize that. I can see that on my end. It might be the internet at my parents' house, so I apologize if messages got cut off. Let's see. Maybe I will end the live now. Let's see. What is Sean? Do I know the man? Understand. Let's see. Can you just tell me again? Yeah, it basically was like, so Maria, it was basically like, what did I see? Okay, so it's basically like the feeling that you took a long time to decide to finally like like have a kid, and then when it happened, it was like, oh no, it didn't happen, and so it's having you like speed up the process, or it's making you think you need to speed up the process. And there's a feeling that your angels have some kind of plan for you, and they're communicating with you internally. Man, it's so hard to repeat readings. Wow, I like hate repeating myself. Okay, sorry. No, I'm gonna do it because I feel bad that it like glitched out. But yeah, so yeah, internet sagging. Yeah, let's see. So if someone spams the chat, does that make it like slow down the internet? Maria's like repeating is good. We're still on Maria. Yeah, we are. Because I'm trying to wrap up her reading. So yeah, so I think that what's happening with the angel being in reverse, it was signaling this kind of like, and I don't know if it's Spanish because the universe doesn't want me to talk about medical, but there's something about switching an egg in a uterus or something, or I don't know if it's like an embryo switch or what that would be, but it was like a switching of one good egg for a bad egg or something, and that would be helpful for the pregnancy or something like that. And then the Ace of Cups showed up later that was like, it's a yes, like you will be able to do it, but there's going to be some kind of shift in the process or something like that. Let's see. Someone said to repeat questions because it's live. Yeah, I did say that. But if it gets too crazy, I guess it makes the live stop or something. I don't know what. Egg freeze probably. Yeah, it's something about that or swapping or something. I don't know what it would be. I'm not super versed in all that stuff. Maria says I'm pretty healthy and I would never do anything like that. Okay. Since I'm very religious. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I would just say then it's just the other interpretation of that card where your angels are speaking to you through your mind and they're going to help guide you through it. Okay, Shanti says, I'm going to get Shanti's real quick where it says, do I know the man I will marry? Big wedding, twins. Okay, let's just do if you know the man you will marry. Does Shanti know the man they will marry? Shanti know the man they will marry. Shanti, I feel like you're thinking about a specific person, and that's not the person that you're going to marry. It feels like someone new or someone different. I also think this person, you don't know who they are just because in this card they're walking away from the image of the card, so I don't see this person's face. this person that you're going to marry is much more energetic than the person that you are thinking about, or that you are that are you yeah how to put it, that you're thinking about right now. Um, I see you're almost maybe in like a grief process over a person maybe that you're thinking about currently. But yeah, I think it's someone new. I also think this is someone who, wow, I feel like they know how to turn your grief into their advantage. Like if you are ever upset about something, this type of person that's like, why are you crying? And you're like, oh, because of this and this and this. And they're like, interesting. I'm gonna go get some stuff done. And then they like go off and they like take care of certain things because they were able to like utilize that as information for like positive productivity in their life. Um, that's really cool, actually. It's like they take your fears and they turn it into an action plan, which is really dope. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a cool trait. Anyway, you guys, I think I'm gonna get off now. Um, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'll answer like I'll do like random small talk, chit chatty stuff for the next 2 or 3, 5 minutes or something like that. But I think I'm gonna pause on reading tarot for right now. Shanti says, "Thank you. You're welcome." Shoot, too late. Yeah, sorry about that. What was I gonna say? And then also, you guys, what is it like about spamming that's like bad, and why is it bad? Or like, because I know I wanted people to just repeat their question, but like, what does it do? Because I know we had a lag, or we had a lag, and so it like glitched out or something. So is that something that happens when someone spams, or um, oh, Maria says she's very sad. Oh, why are you sad? What time is it at US? It's 5 p.m. right now. Maria was alone this Christmas. No. Repeat, but not consecutive posting the same question. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. What did you get for Christmas? Oh man, I got some good astrology books. About 2 months ago when I asked for these books, they're like Stephen Forrest. He's like an evolutionary astrologer. So there's certain books he has that are really interesting to me. The way he like talks about planets and the metaphors he uses and stuff are really interesting to me. No new tarot decks. I was surprised. I got like books on tarot. I got like a book called The Neuroscience of Tarot that like proves why tarot works through science, which is going to be cool to read. And my sister got me like a history of tarot cards book, which is like this whole book of like how all the decks have evolved over time and all that kind of stuff. My sister also got me this, which is pretty cool. I'm going to put this on my channel. It's kind of like a little lapis lazuli antler kind of pendant thing. There's like a sun on the back. I don't know where she got this. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know how to hold it. Like, is it a wand? But it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it on the channel when I'm back at my normal place. What will be the next pick a card? I don't know. If someone says what the next pick a card should be, I'll write it down and I'll do it. I have a hard time thinking of them but I know that like if I think of them, they tend to get more views. Um, are you bothered by back-to-back personal readings? Not so much. It just depends on my energy level. Been doing a lot of medication shifts this year, and it's kind of left me kind of like up and down in that department. So it just depends. Like I did a reading for someone last night at our Christmas party, and it like really drained me. But doing readings on here is not as draining. It just depends on the reading and who it is, or the question, stuff like that. Yeah, I think passed away loved ones is interesting. I've been doing more of those, and I used to be uncomfortable with those because I'm not a medium. I'm not like getting messages from the other side. But then I realized like, well, if there is another side or the passed on loved one's energy is still there, you can still read that in tarot. You know, it's a part of our world, even though it's a different flip version of that world, you know? So I'm like more comfortable with it now. I've had literally like I had one message come through to tell someone in a reading. And I don't know if it was from that specific person, but it was like tell them this, and I was like, okay, like, you know. But normally I don't get messages like that. I'm not super connected to like I don't know, I think I channel, but I'm not aware of like what I'm channeling, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't have a name. Like it's not, I don't know, like I don't know if you guys know other channelers like Bashar, and there's like Bashar communicates with, like a specific alien or something that like talks through him. I don't think I have like a name for that, but sometimes I don't know where the information's coming from. And so that's, I don't know. So I guess that's channeling too, like channeling myself maybe. Pauline says, hey, Cody, greetings from Germany. Can I tell you one question? Will my crush kiss me on New Year's Eve? Oh, that's such a pure question. Oh my gosh. It's so pure. I stopped doing questions a little bit. We're just doing like random chit-chatting right now. Let's see. What skills can get you rich? Oh, that's a good one. Hold on. Oh, my phone's right here. Do I have a pen? That's a good one. I have to remember that. Hold on. Let me see if that is this. That's not a dry erase marker. I'll have to remember that. Post it on a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and I'll get it. And what skills can get you rich? Nice. That's a good one. Let's see. Will you come visit Colorado? It would be nice to have you doing readings for. Colorado would be fun. I've been to Colorado once before. People in my birthday. That'd be fun. I'm actually doing a birthday party in the desert. My friends rented out like a Airbnb or whatnot, or I don't even know if it's Airbnb. I don't know what it is, what company it's through, but and rented out a house. And she's gonna pay me $100 to do readings for 2 hours, which is pretty cool. And then it's just whatever tips on top of that I get, so that'll be cool. And it's like a party with people I know, so it's gonna be really fun anyway, just to hang out and have a good time. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for spending some Christmas time with me. I gotta go spend more time with my family. They're out in the other room. And yeah, good times. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.